The only way to really get past that is to employ an AI that has my voice and my knowledge to be able to interact with tons of different people at the same time for a lower price. And so I was thinking about that, being something to start where I build up cash by doing it myself and then use that to take this open source model of this incredible AI and kind of build on top of it to be something that I could use to sell the service at a lower price point, or to be able to scale the business and remove myself from the actual providing of the service, because you can't really find other humans to replicate your knowledge and experience in exactly the right way. But I think you can with AI. So that's an example of something I've been thinking about.
I think there's tremendous potential for that. It is a true and valued career path to be an executive coach for the exact reasons you just talked about. Something I experienced for many years running companies. It is truly lonely at the top, and you're right. When you have challenging issues, you can't talk to your spouse about it because he or she is too emotionally invested and biased. You can't talk to another senior manager because they may have their own interest and they're somewhat myopic being inside the company. Most of your friends aren't, or at least mine weren't necessarily business savvy like that. They could offer you advice and they wouldn't have full context anyway. So an outside coach who doesn't have any skin in the game or a dog in the hunt, so to speak, that can provide some perspective and advice that's not biased is a valuable thing. And there are already potential AI applications for what you're talking about, and it's only going to get more sophisticated.
Do you think it's possible to sell that kind of a business if I'm not doing the work myself, but rather the AI?
I think right now it's probably going to be more difficult, but I think over time, as people come to understand and accept AI, I think that'll probably be a viable business path.
What should someone do if they want to prepare their business to be sellable?
Well, the best thing to do is not to just wake up one morning and say, that's it, I'm done, I'm selling, because they usually need, ideally, they need a runway of a minimum of a year, and 2 to 3 years is usually the case. As we talked about, there's a lot of issues around owner dependency. If they can identify and have a succession plan in place where they have a number two individual that they can make sure they're trained, they can step into their job, that's going to make the company much more sellable. If they work with accounting professionals, in this day and age, you can hire a fractional CFO for very little money who has tremendous ROI in value creation for getting the accounting in shape. Many companies have one of the other key criteria that we see that's debilitating for company sales is customer concentration. If you have more than 20% of your business is dependent on one customer, that's for private equity buyers in particular. If the company is big enough to be acquired by a financial buyer, that's one of the first questions we get asked when they call us about a company we're representing. And they're automatically out if it's over 20%, or if they have two clients that maybe represent 40 or 50%. That's a tremendous risk factor for them.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this insight, I've handpicked another video for you right here on the screen. For more actionable strategies that get you real results, hit subscribe.